Alright guys, we are fixing to head out to deliver our load of rock. Running kind of a day behind. Had a massive ear infection come up this weekend, so ended up having a doctor's appointment yesterday and didn't go and deliver our load. We worked on the truck, fixed the EGR system, or at least we thought we did. Truck seems to run great, but after you get in like 7th or 8th gear, about 45 mile an hour, it wants to get lazy at like 1500 RPM, and not 100% sure what's going on with that. Went for a test drive and all that, and it did all right. But now, you know, naturally when we get ready to leave, the old check engine light comes on. I really don't know at this point. I'm gonna get a hold of a guy and see if he'll take a look at it real quick. Kind of go from there, but I really don't know at this point. But we don't even know what we're doing yet, so we're gonna head down the road and hopefully things start looking better for us today. All right, we went ahead and got us a load of pipe, going back over to Kansas City. Haven't heard back from the old boy I've been waiting on to see about getting the truck checked out. As far as we ended up changing the ECM on the truck, and as I drive it, check engine lights coming on and off. Don't seem to be affecting performance any, but so this ECM came out of a truck that actually came out of Billy's truck, but it was originally a 10-speed truck, switched over to 13, and I don't think the computer's ever been changed over, so my speedometer reads about 5 mile an hour off, give or take. And I mean, it seems to be running pretty decent, but still not where it ought to be. So waiting to hear back from a guy to go through, check the tune on it, make sure everything's good. So we can be back out in the left lane passing Swift trucks going uphill. I can't hide myself good enough to get passed by a Swift truck going uphill. So we're going to get rolling to Kansas City. Hopefully have a nice smooth trip. That was my one request with having my ear infection. I don't want to run hard, you know, that way if my ear gets to bother me, I can stop, either get out of the truck or take the medicine or whatever I got to do, lay down for a little bit. Because that's one thing I will tell you, I haven't, since I've had my ear infection, and when I get them, not that anybody really cares, but they hit hard. Almost, well, matter of fact, sometimes it does bring a little tear to my eye how bad it hurts. So enough whining, we're going to get rolling. Now let's roll out of here. Creeping on down the road, get over there. Sure, I'll be there about 3:30 or so. That's fine with me. Don't need to be in a big rush. Hey, 11.7's here. Missing a visor. He ain't 007, he's 11.7. It's that flat top. I think it's a low max. I think it's just it might be a low max. Hard telling. Scare these old boys a little bit. He's all set up, ready to go. Yeah, he's just got the regular spring pack underneath of it. He's 11.7, I'm 007. How about that? chattering today. Really hadn't been listening to much music or anything on the radio. Trying to keep up with kind of some of the nuisance, but we made it Kansas City. That's a bonus. Well, I guess now's a better time than any. Take these boards off this old plastic V board. And even though we really don't need these plastic V boards, they come in handy. These boards, I really don't know what we'll do with them, but I'm sure there's some sort of project my wife would come up with off of Pinterest that we can use them on. Should have done this at home with a drill, but it is what it is. Really nice galvanized screws in here. Yeah, this gives me something better to do than sit around and play on TikTok or Facebook. So. Believe it or not, these here are about 20 bucks a piece. So they're worth keeping. Heck, this board itself, this little one buys are probably worth about 20 bucks a piece too. And the result is 18 plastic V boards, which these aren't the V board brand, but I mean they do the same purpose. 18 or 36 of these little boards, which they're decent. I mean, they're little 1x3s, probably about 2 foot long. And if my calculations are right, got 72 of them little screws right there. And them come in handy when you're hanging body panels and stuff up on a wall, or posters or signs, whatever. They really come in handy for that type of stuff. I guess for the evening we'll watch the grain trucks come in and go. We all know them beautiful rigs sitting over there. It actually looks like they got the freight. They were working on the Freightliner Friday when I was over here and trying to get it to go, and it actually looks like he got it moving. So I think it was setting out a little bit further than where it's currently sitting. It's kind of sitting in a little bit harder to see. That's kind of neat. Maybe they might throw a price out that I can afford. Like, hey, come pick it up, get it out of our way. I might be able to afford that. Well, we're up. I don't know what it was. My ear wasn't really bothering me last night other than sounding squishy when I laid down, but you know, I was all excited, like, man, I'm gonna get parked early and go to bed early and get a good night's rest. And like, well, I was somewhat productive yesterday afternoon with getting those V-boards all off, and I did my YPT, youth protection training for scouts and all that yesterday, and lay down and wide awake. And it probably didn't help that I ended up in some rabbit holes on TikTok and YouTube and all that, but we're up. I'm kind of in a situation here. I got a car parked in front of me. There's a truck parked about, I don't know, 3/4 way up my trailer. I just don't know that it's physically possible for me to do one of them numbers. Normally, I parked in a position to where I just get up and go right through the gate. That ain't happening. Oh, look, we got news. It's happening. The Freightliner's moving on its own. Holy cow. And it's got 400 Caterpillar in it. It's even got a taillight working. How about that? He said he's gonna get that sucker running. It's driving. Now if I can get the old K100 going. Oh boy, got that old Freightliner running. Doing a smoke tune on it. Oh man, we're getting ready to head down and get our rocks. Head back. Should be a fairly decent week. I need to kind of, I had to be home early Friday, but it would help. We got a message from our old buddy Brewington. He wanted me to drive his Pinto Friday night at a Doe Run Raceway, and then run the Thunder Chicken, which is I'll probably run the Thunder Chicken Saturday night at Farmington, running with the Super Streets, which is, it's a 4-cylinder Thunderbird, but it's a Stroker Ace chicken pit themed car. Pretty cool little setup, but that's kind of the plan at the moment. Try to get done Thursday if I can, or possibly Friday, and go from there. See, the old rig's gonna move on its own. There it goes. She's moving. Call that one Snow White. A little rough, but they'd probably get the job done. Look at that thing. FLC. Beautiful. Oop, we're on overboard. Oh. It's burrito and fuel time. Hurry up, get in there. I don't know, they got a new lady making burritos here, and she don't make them as big and fat as the other lady does, but I mean, they're still all right. Not as good as they were, but still worth getting. I don't know if I'm getting $5 worth now, but all right, let's pull in here, get some fuel, and a burrito. Maybe 2 burritos, I don't know. Must have forgot to put this up when I was working on the truck the other day. It has rode close to 1,000 miles. guys, we made it to the Dairy Queen last night, and I was just dealing with, when I started the week off, I was just dealing with this ear giving me trouble, and by the time we got over here last night, this ear was giving me trouble, and truthfully, almost made me feel sick to my stomach. Is hurting so bad. So instead of making a big cool video and all that, editing and having multiple days, well, here you are, another long video that I'm gonna have to cut and do all sorts of fun stuff with. But we are getting ready to head down, unload our rock, and actually go reload and then head home. I call it a short week. I can run the load over and deliver it tomorrow, but it puts me get home late. I'm supposed to race Friday night. If I run a load over and come back, I won't make it back in time. I probably wouldn't even make the heat race or even start the feature, honestly. So at this point, it's easier for me to just go get the load, come home, get everything ready that I need to do. I'm driving for my friend Jason Burrington. Not 100% sure if I'm going to drive the Pinto Friday night or if I'm going to drive the Thunder Chicken, which is a Stroker Ace themed car. I'm kind of excited to get to drive it. I think Saturday night I'm going to drive the Thunder Chicken also at Farmington. So even though it's not Intimidator like I had planned, you know, things just didn't quite equal out right, but it's all good. Going fast and making left turns is my life. I don't care what I do it in, even if it is a Ford. Of course, I'm not going to drive with the cotton balls in my ears. I've already taken them out. Even though my eardrops are going to probably run down my side of my chin and probably drive me more nuts than earache, but hey, gotta power through it. Luckily I got Tylenol. It helps. It really does. Alright, we just stopped by to get the truck fixed, the computer fixed up on it, so we're getting ready to roll out, head home, see how this thing runs. Hopefully it runs better. Well, old Fireball seems like it's running back like it ought to. Just minor little adjustment on the computer, get everything set right. Speedometer's still off a little bit, but I'll get a hold of him and get that line back up at a later date. I got things to go home and do. Ain't got time to mess with it. It's all good. All good, bro, all good. Hit this hill at about 60. Turbo wants to come like just like that. Now it ought to. Doing a lot better than what she was. Here is a pretty good pull anyway, so right up it. All right, we're back. Safe and sound. Truck's running a lot better. Still need some minor tweaks on the tune, but we'll run it until we get back to get it touched up again. But we got places to go, things to see. So we're gonna head home. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you. And research your grub.